program is create a data frame based on e-commerce data and generate descriptive statistics. Now, descriptive statistics means the mean value, the standard deviation, minimum value, quartile and max. Quartile I told you, from a range of values, just divide in 4 parts. The values which are under first 25% value, 50, from 25 to 50, 50 to 75, 75 to 100, just in the 4 parts. So what we are doing is, this is what is a data frame we are creating, that is invoice number, column, product name, quantity and price. See here, we can only apply these all descriptive statistic functions on price column. Okay, we can't provide this. These are mathematical calculations. We can't apply them over on the characters. Okay, here in the quantity also there are as such no values. So we are picking up the price, and on this we are going to apply these. Separately also you can use mean function, quartile function, or you have a facility here that is describe. If you use describe on a complete data frame or on a particular column, you are going to get your values. So this is what is going to do the purpose. Just execute it. So what we are doing is, on price column we are applying a function that is describe. It is going to describe, that is, first how many values are there. There are 7 values. What is the mean value? What is the standard deviation? Then what is the minimum value? What is 25 percentile? What is 50 percentile? What is 75th percentile? Then what is the maximum value in the list? So what do you understand by 25, 50 and 75 here? As mean is the middle value and average. 75 means in the range which value lies at the 75th percentile, 50th percentile, 75 percentile. Okay, then max value. So this is what you can use simply. And why I have used this round to? Because I just want after decimal 2 digits, not more than that. So you can round up your values like this. Fine. The next is program to filter rows based on duplicate rows. So duplicate rows, how you can filter? This is just 2 commands that you will be using here. Is the first one is, this is the data frame we have created, and we have separate data frame created because now we need duplicate values. So Rohit, Mohit, Deepak, Rohit again and Deepak again. So there are 2 values, 2 names which are repeating over here. Okay, the records which are repeated. Now what we want is, we want to remove them. So what we are doing here is, first we are trying to make a data frame out of it. That is, the data frame name is marks. After that, marks dot duplicated function. Duplicated is going to give you the name of the duplicate values. Duplicate row is a variable in which we are storing those duplicated values, and then we are printing it. When you execute, this is going to only tell you these are the duplicate values and they are at which index. See, index is 0, 1, 2 and 3. So first duplication occurs at 3 index, the second duplication at 4 index. So this is done. Now in the next one, we are just printing out the data frame after removing. See here, this is a data frame. Now we don't have the duplicate values, we removed it. How we removed it is again using the function. Here it was only duplicated, here it is drop duplicates function. Applied on marks. Marks dot drop duplicates and store back the data frame. This is what you got after removing the duplicates. I hope this is clear. Now the most important part that you must learn is a skill that you have, how to read and write a data frame. You are learning a small part of data science actually. Your course is all about leading towards the data science. So data science means the most important is the data. taking the data, storing the data, then reading the data, and then uploading a data somewhere. So all these things related to data frame, first you are starting it with is how to read a CSV file. So what we are going to do in this section is importing, exporting a CSV file. First, see, I have used in trial and accept. If you don't want, you just write a 3 line of code, nothing else. But before explaining you this, I'm going to take you to an Excel sheet. And first we are going to create a CSV file and then upload it in Colab and then try to read it. Because now if you execute this is going to tell you that is file not found, because we don't have this file area attached to the Colab. Now what we are doing is we are going to create this file. What you have to do for this? Let's go. I'm minimizing it. I'm taking you through my document area of here, and in documents I have this file as class 10th. I'm going to open. This is what I created. You can also, this is just simple file in Excel with names, 5 subject marks, nothing else, very simple one. And what you have to do, you have to save this with save as, name of the file, and CSV, where you get a CSV extension here. So you have to save it with CSV extension, and you should just know what where you have stored it, because you are going to upload it. Now go back to your Colab. See, go to this tab. This is file area. And first upload your Excel file that you have created. Where is it? In documents. And in documents, just try and locate class 10, open. Okay, you got it here. Okay, now if you execute this, you are going to get your file. But before that, I'm going to explain you the command that you have written. The command is import pandas as PD. I'm again and again writing it just to remind you, you have to execute this part. Though we have in this particular file notebook already executed it once, you don't need it again. But if you are separately doing this program, then you are going to need it. Okay, and the function that we have is read CSV, and this read CSV is in library of pandas. So always to avail this, we need the name of pandas library. So pd.read CSV, all in small. Provide in bracket and double quote the name of the file that you want to read, and store it in data frame df. Print the data frame. This is what you got. You saved it in your system. Now you have here. If you are executing this program in your systems, ideally Python, you will not need to upload it. Only you will have to provide a path, that is a complete path of the file where you have kept. But we are using it in online source, so that's why the file you have to make available to read. So that's why we uploaded it here with the notepad. And once you have done this, when you are going to again log in to your Collaboratory, you have to every time upload it. This is what the pain you have to take. Okay, so this is done. This is very important, that is read CSV. Now in the next program, I'm going to show you how you can write and read at that same time. Okay, now let's learn how to write CSV and then read it back. Okay, now this is first. Now there we created the data on an Excel sheet and saved it with CSV. Here we are creating our own data frame. We are going to write it and then we are going to read it back. Dict, again a dictionary, creating a data frame. This is the same one, okay, that we did in the last program. What I'm doing is this dictionary, creating the data frame first. Marks is the name of the data frame. Now marks dot to CSV. This is the function to CSV and provide with the name. The name is marks dot CSV. When you execute, just see what is happening here. Execute it. Now you're going to see the file over here. If you're not able to see it, just refresh your file area. Marks.csv. We created data frame. We provided a data frame in the toCSV function, and this is what it is created here. Now this marks.csv we are trying to read back in the program, the next program. What you have to do? Again in the same way, pd dot read csv, here toCSV, here read csv, and the name. Also, along with that, I just commented because I just want to show you first what is the data frame we have picked up, then I'll show you something else. So this is what is the data frame we have created, this one, and we are reading it back. Okay, there are some of the columns. I will tell you in the next example when we are doing analysis of the data how to remove this one. When we are going to do the slicing, we have to slice. This is what is a drawback always when you read an Excel or something. This is what unwanted things. So this is what is called cleaning of the data or filtering of the data. Now suppose if you execute it like this, you're going to see the graph. See how easy it is to plot. We have not given anything, that is what is x-axis, y-axis, though it is not a meaningful data as such. This graph is of no meaning. I just want to illustrate you that is the data frame that you have created. Dot plot dot bar, if you write, you are going to get it like this, which is actually of no meaning as such. Later we are going to perfectly learn how to plot a proper graph which can be used as a visualization for the result that we have come up with analysis of the data. Okay, so this